Welcome into No Punt Intended, presented by Club Fantasy. I'm your host, Joe Zolo. It is the final week of the 2025-26 NFL season, culminating with the Super Bowl. And yes, it is Patriots, Seahawks. And yes, this is arguably the best show we have all year long. We talk, of course, game props in general, but then we talk the props that you cannot bet on for 364 days of the year until this specific one. We have some crazy ones this year, and of course, some correlations from the last time that these two teams faced off in the Super Bowl. We have our yearly guest for the show back with us. We'll introduce him here in a sec. Let's get into it. Welcome into No Punt Intended, presented by Club Fantasy. I'm your host, Joe Zolo. Josh with me, Ryan not here, but filling in, as all I think for like the sixth straight year. Mark Drumheller, our betting bestie. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. Has it been 6 straight years? That's a pretty good run.
It's been a long time. It's been a while.
There, yeah.
I still can't believe it feels like it was yesterday. I was drowning in champagne on Broad Street, and now it's the Super Bowl already again.
I'm ready. This is one of my coworkers who's also Patriots fan is like, you believe it? I'm like, no, it feels weird. We should not be here. That's not because like I don't think they're not good, but like we were supposed to.
Didn't expect to be there.
We were supposed to have 8 wins like that. We were supposed to be 8-9, slide into the playoffs, lose in the first round, have hope going into 2026. This is weird. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We're ready. I have my Super Bowl 51 shirt on because I don't have a Super Bowl 49 shirt. So shout out the Atlanta Falcons. Appreciate y'all for that win. This is a great show, guys. Listen, we're going to go through all of the normal props, give our thoughts on the game in general. But for those that are new, we're going to go through all the prop bets that you should be spending your money on, such as what will the first song of the halftime show be? What will the color of the Gatorade bath be? Will puppies fuck in the Puppy Bowl? Like that's what we're really here to break down.
Mate.
No, fuck. We're going to break down the Puppy Bowl roster before we break down the NFL rosters. Okay.
So Ryan goes through and sends us a text after he goes through and puts the show sheet together. And he's like, the official name of the prop bet of will puppies mate in the Puppy Bowl is unnecessary roughness, RUFF.
It's awesome.
They like it rough.
Who doesn't when you think about it, right? Who among us, right? How dare we with the puppies? Okay. As we say, let's get to the boring stuff first. The boring stuff being the spread, money line, over under. Your classic 3 that you can bet on in any game. I believe this line moved. I believe it opened at 3.5. I could be wrong, and now it's 4.5. I could have fucked that up. But the Patriots are 4.5-point underdogs. Seattle favored, of course, by 4.5. That's minus 112 for the Seahawks at 4.5. Minus 108 for the Patriots, plus 4.5. Money line plus 194. Again, this is Ryan pulling this. This could obviously differ from the book that you are currently looking at. But I will start with you, Mark. Thoughts overall on the game and where this is going to end up?
Yeah, I think it's a great matchup. I'm not going to lie to you. When I look at these two teams, they do a lot of the same things well, right? They're both going to come out, I think, and try and run the football, at a heavier personnel. We'll see a lot of that. But I think it's really going to come down to which quarterback can have success, throwing the ball and hitting those deep shots. And I really do think it's going to be Seattle, and not necessarily because I think Darnold's a better quarterback than Drake May. Obviously, Drake May took over the NFL by storm this year and has all kinds of every organization that had a chance to get him talking about how they wanted to trade up for him now all of a sudden. And, but he's done a fantastic job in his short career so far. But I just think that Clint Kubiak and that Seattle offense, the way they operate out of play action, I think is going to be a little bit more successful against a Patriots defense that's very good. And, ex-Eagle Milton Williams and, up the middle, I think that interior of the defense is good. But I do think they're going to be susceptible to some of the big plays down the field. And that's why I do like Seattle to win and probably cover in the matchup. We talk about the 4.5. I will probably lay it. I haven't yet, but if you don't like the 4.5, there's a lot of different ways you can go, right? Like you can kind of parlay the Seattle money line with Kenneth Walker touchdown, and that gets you to like minus 105. You can, parlay it with Jackson Smith and Jigba receptions, at like 6, and that'll get you close to even money. 70 plus yards get you right down to like minus 110. So there's a lot of different ways you can attack it if you think it's going to be a close field goal game and still take Seattle without laying that juice on the money line.
Josh.
So I'm going to preface this where it says betting analyst under Mark Drumheller. I am a sports bettor based on vibes. That's what I'm going to say, people.
We love vibes, though.
We love vibes, right? So I was very much
the vibes are at. Okay.
Yeah, right. I was very much set on, again, because I do think this line was 3.5, Joe. I'm with you on that.
I thought it was. Yeah,
it felt a lot safer at 3.5 with Seattle. I don't know that I feel that comfortable with it now. Both these teams play really good defense. The Patriots defense has been exponentially better in the playoffs, in my opinion, than it was during the regular season.
No question.
Yes, Seattle's offense looks really good when they hammer home Kenneth Walker. Almost like I tried to tell everybody this in the beginning of the season. Kenneth Walker RB1 season, right? Nope, fuck Clint Kubiak. But then the one bit of news came out this past week leading up to this game that Clint Kubiak is the front runner for the Las Vegas Raiders coach.
He basically has the job unless he says
the job
no.
is his if he wants it, right?
Yes.
I remember a time when the Atlanta Falcons went up against the New England Patriots.
Hey, what happened to their OC that week?
And their offensive coordinator was Kyle Shanahan. And the San Francisco 49ers came out and said, the job is Kyle Shanahan's if he wants it. And the Falcons decided to just straight up score 28 points right out of the rip against those New England Patriots. And they had a 28-3 lead. And then Shanahan said, I've already got a job for next year. We're Gucci. And the Patriots came back to win. Guess what coaching tree Clint Kubiak is from? Kyle frickin' Shanahan. I cannot stress this enough. If the Patriots win this game, I will not be shocked, and I'm more than certain it will be because Clint Kubiak went too fucking conservative with his play calling when they get up early and said, our defense can handle this. Drake May has made a lot of mistakes during this playoff run. He's been sacked 15 times. That's 5 per game. But when he needs to make a big play, he makes it. I will not be surprised if the Patriots cover, but also if they win outright and Drake May is the MVP as a result.
Whatever quarterback wins is the MVP.
I disagree with that. I still don't think Sam Darnold, if they win, actually wins MVP.
I think he wins.
I still think there's enough people that it's Sam Darnold. It's a bad taste in their mouth, and yeah. I'm
gonna give you my thoughts for as a whole. Obviously, I've watched the Patriots every single game this year. If the Seahawks win and they don't give it to Sam Darnold, I'm gonna be pissed because at least if they give it to Sam Darnold, then it's hilarious that the Jets drafted a Super Bowl MVP and did nothing with him. Now, I don't think Darnold should be the Super Bowl MVP. Let's get that out of the way. Unless he throws 5 fucking touchdowns and is perfect, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, okay. I mean, listen.
Go ahead.
He outplayed Matt Stafford, who was everybody's league MVP going into the year. I mean, he's been nails in the playoffs. I mean, if we're going to talk about New England's defense and how they performed against the Chargers offense with no offensive line, and the Broncos, like, sure, we give them credit. They played better, but we have to give Darnold credit for what he's done in the playoffs against these teams. And let's be honest, right? The MVP in the NFL, when we get to this stage of the season, when we get to the Super Bowl, this is about the story, and it's about storytelling. And there's no better story that's going to resonate with the voters than Sam Darnold's story. So if agreed. It's anywhere, unless he throws for like 150 yards and 3 picks, and Seattle's defense scores 4 touchdowns, right? He's going to win the MVP. Like, JSN can have 100 yards and 2 touchdowns and probably still not going to get MVP, in my opinion. Because guess who threw him the touchdowns? Sam Darnold. Kenneth Walker can rush for 100 yards.
Hey, remember, they gave it to Cooper Kupp over Matthew Stafford once upon a time.
Yeah, they did. He did a great job.
Throwback to Malcolm Smith winning the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl MVP when they played the Broncos. So
yeah. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm just saying that, like, his story is so polarizing.
Oh,
And
I think it's
so-
Darnold, unless he absolutely lays an egg and does
that's
nothing.
what I mean. And it's like
Yeah.
people look at it and they're like, well, he's not the best player and he's not the real reason that they're that good, like JSN. And granted, like if we're going like talent for talent, like JSN's the number one receiver in the league this year. Like obviously he's the best at his position, but it's the MVP is about the story, man. And I think that Sam Darnold's story and the NFL, like the writers are going to just be like, this is so incredible that he's, fought through adversity. They're going to be talking about the ghosts and all that stuff, the whole broadcast. So I think
That'll
that
come up later.
he doesn't even have to have like an incredible game. It's just that, I think that for him to capture the award, and I think a lot of people are looking past it because they're like, it's Sam Darnold, but it's a real good story. So I would definitely be on Darnold to win MVP. You can bet that too with the Seattle money line. I think it's like plus 108, I think somewhere in that neighborhood. But, you can just, there's a lot of different ways to attack it, but I do think that he has a much stronger chance of taking home the MVP than the odds are showing. I think the odds have him. I know he's the favorite, but he's still like plus money, right?
If you're the odds favorite at MVP, you're normally plus money starts about 300. So, yeah, that's normally where you sit. I don't know what it is, but that's normally where you sit. Okay. Breaking this down from my side. The Seahawks played two familiar opponents coming into the game. That helps slightly. And also, the game against San Francisco wasn't a fucking game. They could not have scored after the opening kickoff and still won that game. So let's just say, again, we're talking about easy roads. That was a fucking cupcake game. All right. The Patriots. Listen to everybody saying that, they picked the Chargers and Texans and then the Broncos like, oh, they've had an easy road. They played XYZ. Why were you pumping up Jarrett Stidham the whole fucking week of the AFC Championship? Why were you saying they have no shot against the Texans because that defense is going to absolutely barrel them down? I'm sorry. He threw for 3 touchdowns. Was it a great game out of Drake May? Hell no, it was not a great game. But Josh, what did you just say? What does Drake May do? Shows up in big moments. And that's what he's done. He called his own number. I'm screaming at my television, naked bootleg on the last play where he got I'm screaming at my television. I'm like, because they're not going to expect it. And that's why he's a genius. Anyways, what I like is they have played 3 straight very tough defenses as an offense. Now, from the defensive side, I wouldn't say they've faced any juggernaut offense by any means, by any stretch of the means. What I do like is Seattle does not rely on their passing game as their number one thing. Mark, I believe you had said that. These are both very much Vrabel wants to run. Mike McDonald wants to run. Shocking. They're defensive head coaches that want to establish the run. Shocking. The Patriots have a very good run defense. I would say better than Seattle's. Leonard Williams and Byron Murphy are absolute studs, but Milton Williams and Christian Barmore are on another one in the playoffs so far. Josh, you had mentioned that. From a pass rush standpoint, these guys are pretty much dead even. Neither can really rush the passer very well.
I like Seattle's pass rush better.
Yeah.
Seattle's pass rush is better with Leonard Williams and Byron Murphy up the middle.
DeMarcus Lawrence has played really well this year too.
DeMarcus Lawrence is a fucking bum. Get out of here. I'm not going to say it. DeMarcus Lawrence had one good season, and it was his contract.
No, I agree. I'm just saying he's played well this year. Is what I'm getting.
I will give you that. He is mid Jadeveon Clowney when Jadeveon Clowney was at his best, and he had 9 sacks in his best season. So I'm not worried about DeMarcus Lawrence. The veteran savvy might fuck up a Will Campbell if he goes to Will Campbell's side, but him against Morgan Moses, I wouldn't say I'm worried. Why I think Seattle's pass rush doesn't affect the Patriots and Drake May as much as the previous ones. They have had to face very strong edge rushers. Nick Bonito, Khalil Mack, Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter. They have not had to face a strong interior push. If they can get Drake May to the outside, that's dangerous. And as we saw, which I would expect Seattle to probably respect Drake May's legs, the Broncos did not do that. The Texans did not do that. And the Chargers didn't do that. I think May uses his legs a lot in this game. I think that's where they're going to unlock these certain things in the playoffs. I'm surprised they've not used it more and have done more designated things to get him out of the pocket. It's been a lot of scrambles, and that's something we had brought up on our quarterback show. There's been less quarterback design runs and a lot just more scrambles in general, unless your name is Josh Allen. I like the Patriots. I hate that. Listen, I love the underdog, but not to the extent where it's like, oh, they're going to win by 14. Like I think it's close. I think it is the same as it was in, what was that, 49, Super Bowl 49 that they played?
I believe so, yeah.
I think it's the same. Like I think it is very defensive heavy battle, and the offenses shine in certain moments. And I think the Patriots offense shines more often because I think Seattle hits a couple big plays that then get them into position and they score.
Mm-hmm.
I think Drake May has more shining moments that we remember. Shaheed is going to burn Carlton Davis. Anytime touchdown, Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah,
book that now.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee that. I see Shaheed for MVP in here. He's not going to win MVP unless he has a return touchdown and a receiving touchdown, but he's going to have one or the other. I can almost guarantee you that. So there's going to be a Shaheed bomb. I don't know if they're going to lock up JSN, and by lock up, I mean hold him to like 70 yards. He's going to get his. You're not going to hold him to 30 yards. But as we saw in the championship round against the Rams, I mean, if you even cut JSN's production in half, the Rams run away with that game. So if the offense runs through, I know we talk about it's a running game. Kenneth Walker had 3.3 yards per carry. Seattle's run offense isn't that great right now. So if you shut down JSN, I think Seattle struggles because then you have to rely on Sam Darnold. And yes, we talk about May struggling. The one thing that I love is he has thrown one interception, and it was on a Hail Mary.
It's been the fumbles that have been the issue.
It's been the fumbles, but that's where I mentioned 2 weeks ago when we talking about the championship games. I'm okay that he's reading the defense fine. That's what I like. If you're throwing picks, that's a problem. Sam Darnold has thrown some not so great balls in the playoffs. They haven't been taken advantage of by the defense, but there have been some not so great balls. I don't know if you've noticed, the corners for the New England Patriots have pretty good fucking hands and can catch anything coming their way. So I think Darnold easily throws a pick. I don't think May throws one. He's going to throw a couple of risky balls, but I think he does turn the ball over at some point. That's 100% going to happen for both quarterbacks. So I think it's tight. I think it is like a 24-21 battle. I put Patriots plus 4.5 and their money line in separate bets. And then I did an anytime touchdown bet with 4 guys and then added Sam Darnold over half an interception, obviously. But I think it's close. I do not think this is a runaway game by any means. I think it is a defensive back and forth. I think how these teams have played, the Patriots defense is slightly hotter than the Seahawks defense. Talent-wise, Seattle. It's not even close. Okay. Outside of the quarterback position, the Patriots have the quarterback. I would argue pound for pound, Kenneth Walker is a better all-around talent than Ramondre Stevenson. Ramondre's played better in the playoffs. Receivers, not even close at Seattle. Tight ends, Patriots. Offensive line, even kind of.
I think there's pluses and minuses on both sides.
Yeah, plus Anthony Bradford is the biggest minus I could possibly imagine. So I can't get over the fact they have Anthony Bradford. Defensive lines, edge Patriots slightly. Linebackers, even. Secondary, pretty even. Like, I hate our safeties. I think Jalen Hawkins is a fucking bum. And that was clearly shown on that Stidham long ball. It's dead even, guys. I really don't think... I think we're putting a lot of stock in, like, Seattle's so much better than New England.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Like...
Well, I think...
names and the talent.
One of the keys here is when we talk about these defenses, and both defenses are good. I'm not going to... But what makes Seattle's defense so difficult, and I think it's going to be really difficult on May in this game, is the fact that, they generate pass rush without, like, by playing a nickel. When they're not even base defense, like they don't have to blitz anybody. They're like 7th in I think pressure rate, and they blitz at like the 3rd lowest rate in the NFL. So like they don't have to send people, like they can just rush forward whenever they want. They drop nickel. So when you look at May, and this is kind of like you think about like how the game's going to play out. So you picture Seattle's defense being able to get pressure, being able to drop all these people and flood the zones, flood the passing lanes. And now you have a guy like May who has receivers, and Diggs has been great, but these aren't guys that really get a ton of separation, right? So now they're going up against these zone heavy looks with a lot of pressure, a lot of complex looks from McDonald that he's throwing his way. And you have a young quarterback who's prone to holding on to the football too long, waiting a little bit too long to make things happen, who's taken a lot of sacks during this postseason. I think that could be trouble for him. Now, granted, Darnold has his weaknesses too, and if they're not able to run the ball effectively, that's going to put too much pressure on Darnold, especially if that pressure is coming up the middle with guys like Milton Williams and Barmore, who you talked about. But it works both ways, but I just think that that's going to be the difference. Like May playing well against good defenses like Denver is definitely a good thing, and you want to see coming into this game. He didn't play terrible, but he's playing a different kind of defense in this matchup, and it's, you know, I think the greater question and what I'm most interested in is I think Seattle has the better coaching staff all around. Like, I think they had the better offensive coaching staff. I think they had the better defensive coaching staff.
Really?
And I think that's going to play out in the game. And I think that that's something where a lot of people look at Vrabel and McDaniel and like, hey, the Patriots have been there. But I think it's a really good opportunity where we're going to really see these young coaches on the Seattle side take a giant leap. And I think a lot of people are going to be surprised. Now, I could be dead wrong, but like, that's kind of how I look at it. Like, I think what McDonald's done with Seattle, even though what Vrabel's done with New England is probably equally impressive. The fact that he's been able to do it with a quarterback with Sam Darnold and be able to do it on the defensive end, I think speaks volumes.
I don't disagree with that. I think the slight to Josh McDaniels was incredible in that sentence.
So you think Josh McDaniels better offensive mind or a better play?
He's been to 10 Super Bowls.
Not even close.
Josh
McDaniels is arguably the best offensive coordinator of the 2000s. You could put him up there as one of the best offensive coordinators of all time.
I was going to say, I think him and Andy Reid, their offenses, right up there at the top. I truly agree with that. I think the biggest stain on McDaniels is the stint in Denver and the stint in Las Vegas.
Oh, and
people just
they
want to hang on to him as a flamed out head coach versus the dude knows how to call an offense.
When he was not with Brady, he was very mediocre until this year.
The only season Mac Jones was good was a Pro Bowl season under Josh McDaniels. I disagree with that.
We don't do Pro Bowl. I mean, Justin Fields are kind of Pro Bowl. So, like, let's not do that.
I'm just saying, they were still a playoff team with Mac Jones.
I'm not saying
they were a playoff team.
Not a great offensive coordinator, but I'm saying that it's like, you know, I don't know.
I think we're putting a lot of stock into Gary Kubiak's son. That's all I'm saying. I think we're putting a lot of stock into Gary Kubiak's son.
But you know, I mean,
was Gary Kubiak even as good as fucking Josh McDaniels? No,
Kubiak,
not even close.
Well, probably not. But I think right now I'd be more confident with Clint Kubiak than I am Josh McDaniels in this game. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see who makes the adjustments. That's going to be the good part. You get the extended halftime. Like, these games really do come down to coaching, because the adjustments after halftime, you get that extended halftime. It makes a difference.
That's where I think the experience comes in from a Vrabel who's been to a bunch of Super Bowls as a player, McDaniels who's coached a bunch of Super Bowls.
Yeah,
I think that experience comes in. I think this is very much a second half game, and I think we've seen from the Patriots side, the second half has been their half for the most part in these playoffs. They haven't looked great in the first half. And then May is normally that's when he turns it on again.
That's what I'm talking about. Blown first half leads. I'm saying it's all right there.
Listen, guys, if it happens again, please, I will. You're gonna salivate.
So let me ask you, as a Patriots fan, right? In all seriousness, and honestly, so when you look at what Seattle's offense has done this year, and you look at what New England's offense has done this year, you think McDaniel's done a better job than Kubiak?
Yeah, McDaniels doesn't have the number one wide receiver in the NFL.
Bro, he has the MVP. Like, the people are like, Drake May, MVP.
Hold on. Did he come into the season as even anywhere near the top of the league MVP?
No, he didn't. No,
he turned that guy into an MVP.
He's going to get credit for his development.
What did Clint Kubiak turn Sam Darnold into? he turned him into nothing. He's the exact same.
He won 14 games last year. Yeah, I mean,
it's the exact same. So
I think it's a little different. I think the offense is much better. I see your point. Yeah,
that's the thing. Drake May and Josh McDaniels take me out of the picture. And again, McDaniels is working with literally zero weapons. I love Stephon Diggs. He can't separate anymore. He's got arguably the gluiest hands in the league. He hasn't dropped a thing. But Kayshon Boutte doesn't get separation. He just makes incredibly contested catches. Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper are just guys, and I love them. I'm very happy we have them, but they're just guys. Travion Henderson was a good draft pick. Yet he has sucked donkey balls in the playoffs.
You can't get him on the field because he can't pass protect.
He can't pass protect, and he can't read a blocks right now in the run game. It looks really bad in the playoffs. I think what McDaniels has done is more impressive. I don't say Kubiak hasn't done anything great, but they also he has the best receiver in the NFL this season.
He wasn't coming into the year. We're going to use the Drake May thing.
And that's true.
That's true, but I would argue JSN was sitting probably in the top 10. Drake May wasn't even considered inside the top 15.
I don't know. That's a good question. Before the year, if you said one of these guys was going to be the best of the position, JSN or Drake
I would have
May.
said JSN, even though I was pretty down on JSN heading into
100%. You would have said Jax with the Jigba. I think their offensive lines are both just meh. Again, like the
offensive lines aren't great.
There's strong points. I came into the season thinking Morgan Moses is going to be cheeks. He actually is pretty good. Little veteran resurgence. Anthony Bradford is a pile of dog shit. Like, he's so bad. His low lights are unbelievable. But then Will Campbell hasn't looked great in the passing game in the playoffs. Well, let's not slight he looks great in the run game. Ups and downs on both sides. I think what McDaniels did, because their projection coming in the season was not good. I mean, they were, again, the Vegas over-under for wins was 7.5.
Neither was Seattle. I mean, Seattle was last place. So
really?
Yeah.
Really?
I went on VEASAN. I went on VEASAN. I remember talking about it. We were talking about like divisions that were kind of like up for grabs, and they were talking about like the NFC West. And I was like, I really like Seattle. And I said, I think that, what McDonald's done. And now I didn't say they could go to the Super Bowl because I didn't think they could go to the Super Bowl, but it was more of, I was like, hey, I don't believe in the Rams as much as everybody does. I don't believe in the Niners because they're always injured. And, so, and then I was kind of like, hey, I think that there's a path there to where like they could win at like, 11-6 or whatever. I didn't think they would be this good, this quick because I like McDonald, but they were projected to come in last. They were like plus 240, if I remember correctly, to like win the division.
Interesting.
But so there were low expectations. Now, I don't think they were as low as, New England was obviously like the worst team last year, but
the Jets were lower than us, but yes, we were not good. The Jets, shout out New York for being slightly lower.
You can always count on.
Wait, didn't they? No, the Patriots had an earlier draft pick than the.
No, they did, but I'm talking coming into the season. Okay. I believe the Jets' win total in Vegas was lower than the Patriots.
So they were projected, but it could have been. The win totals even could have been the same, but I know that I know Seattle was projected last in the NFC West, but
it's.
Either or, it's the same thing. It's two great stories. They just kind of did it different ways, and it'll be fun because I think it's you have a younger coaching staff against an older coaching staff, and we'll see how it plays out. But the adjustments will definitely be good.
Yeah, I think the experience comes in here, and also the Atlanta Falcons, a defensive-minded younger head coach in his first stint, and then his offensive coordinator gets a head coaching job the week of the Super Bowl. So that's fun. It's really fun. Anyways, first touchdown. Actually,
I wonder.
Go ahead.
I wish I knew. That'd be a great thing to look up. Is what these guys' records are in these games, these coordinators when. Because we had Josh, if you remember, we had Gannon. Didn't he accept when? Yeah, and he was accepted.
Well, and that was the whole Arizona got caught for tampering. They had already basically hired Gannon beforehand, and we lost both the coordinators after that first Super Bowl against the Chiefs, right? We lost Steichen to the Colts and we lost Gannon to the Cardinals.
Right, but I think Gannon was the deal that was done like before.
Yeah.
Like we kind of knew going in that he was going to get the job. You know.
Yeah.
Like kind of like Kubiak.
Quick over-unders before we get into the fun props. Mark, over-under 45.5.
I'm going to say over.
Okay.
Just because I think the game could get away.
Betting on fun.
From New England. But
okay. Wow.
I don't know.
All right.
We'll see.
Big Patriots hater here. Josh.
Yeah.
We're Eagles fans. Of course we hate the Patriots.
Okay.
No, I'm taking the under here. I think anytime you have two good defenses, the under always feels like the safest pick. But again, like I don't think that the Patriots offense has been so impressive enough this postseason that it makes sense to hammer the over for at least being, basically the same odds, right? Like you said, Joe, you think the final score is like 24-21, right? Well, that still comes in under.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I think it's right in that neighborhood. I think if it's a blowout, I think it's going to be
almost like Vegas knows what they're doing when they're setting these odds, right?
Yeah. Like I think it'll be like 34-17 kind of blowout. Like not,
This guy. I'm also taking the under. Again, I think it's 24-21 in that range and area. I think it's pretty close. First touchdown scorer. I always hate this bet. I like anytime, but Mark, who you got first touchdown?
Man, that's a good one.
So best odds is Kenneth Walker plus 350. Your worst odds in this list is the Patriots defense at plus 2,500. Then it's everyone else, including Sam Darnold, is plus 3,500 or better.
Give me some AJ Barner.
I was literally just thinking that same thing too.
Plus
Joe literally just said he hates their safeties. He hates the Patriots safeties.
But he's the tush push guy.
Guys, they don't.
Well, there's that too. Yeah,
that's the tush push too. They don't really cover the tight ends.
Yeah, I like Barner there.
Jalen Hawkins just bites in cover 2 man when he's the deep safety. That's why Cortland Sutton was open.
Yeah, which kind of lends itself to Rashid Shaheed, honestly. So
yeah. Also, it wasn't even cover 2 man. It was cover 2. That's why Gonzo let him go, and then he realized, oh shit, my safety jumped up to cover the tight end on the other side of the field when the other safety was doing it correctly. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not mad about that play whatsoever. We won. Give me Austin Hooper. I don't know what his odds are, but they're more than plus 3,500. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. Feels like Austin Hooper's catching a touchdown, and I hate first time touchdowns. Throw $5 on Austin Hooper.
That's different.
I don't know why. Feels like an Austin Hooper touchdown game. All right, that's what I'm feeling. Now the 2 touchdown special. Fuck you, Ryan. Do you think anybody scores 2 touchdowns, Mark?
Yeah. Let's go with
haven't we been saying it? Rashid Shaheed.
I know. Well, that's what I was saying, but I guess the kickoff return does count as 2 touchdowns, right?
The kickoff return would count as 2 touchdowns because that's an individual's touchdown. Yes. If I'm putting it on anybody, it's Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, that's where I will say I do think even at plus 550, JSN kind of feels like probably the safer of the offensive weapons, like taking out account of the punt kick return side with Shaheed. But
I think Walker is probably the safest.
I disagree with that because again, I like the Patriots run defense.
The Patriots run defense is really good.
I don't even think Kenneth Walker scores a touchdown this game.
Really?
Yeah, I'm on the same train. I think Walker heavily struggles. He probably breaks off like 1 or 2, like RJ Harvey. He had a couple 9-yard runs, but outside of that, no bueno. And that is all because of the guard play. The tackles are fine. Like I don't know the tackles super well, but they're fine.
Charles Cross is one of them.
Yeah, Charles Cross, solid. Anthony Bradford and Gray Zabel are going to have their fucking hands full with Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. Like that, and that is where this is going to struggle. And then New England has fast enough edges and quick enough linebackers to, again, break to Kenneth Walker's speed. I just don't think there's going to be holes in the middle for him to make linebackers look stupid. There'll be a couple times, but I don't think they're going to. That's where, again, Jalen Hawkins shines as he comes up as a missile from the secondary. And also, has Kenneth Walker been injured this year? I feel like he's due.
He's due.
He's due. Right?
He's been banged up, but he did play all 17 games this year.
Yeah, he's
trying to speak it into existence.
Oh, he's due.
I guess 19 if you count the 2 playoff games. But
he's due. Will there be a kickoff return for a touchdown? Yes is plus 2,200, and you should definitely put.
I was going to say between Marcus Jones on the Patriots side and
Marcus
Rashid
is not.
Shaheed.
That's a kickoff return for a
yeah,
touchdown.
That's right.
That's going to be Dearness Johnson or Efton Chisholm. If one of them returns to score for a touchdown, I'm doing a backflip. And I don't know how to do a backflip. It's Rashid Shaheed or bust, and I would.
I think those are good enough odds that
yes.
you can, throw a unit on there. Like, fuck it. Why not?
I would not be surprised if the Patriots kick everything into the end zone and say, we're not letting this guy even have a chance.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It would not surprise me. Now, guys, to the fun ones. All right. We're going to get more and more progressively fun as the show goes on. But please, if you have your thoughts, drop them in. National Anthem.
We skipping the MVP?
Oh, was it MVP? Did I miss this? Oh, sorry, my bad. Who wins MVP? Well, Mark thinks it's Sam Darnold. Sammy D at plus 115. That is horrendous odds.
Yeah.
Josh, you got?
I do think the Patriots somehow find a way to win this game, and I think it's Drake May.
Yeah, they do. I like I said, I think it's the quarterback of either team. I obviously have the Patriots winning, so I would go Drake May. Wild card. I couldn't even.
I still think that if Seattle wins, it's JSN. That's plus 550. So
okay, I can't even give you like a wild card defensive again, like a Malcolm Smith. Should have been Malcolm Butler the last time, but like I can't even give you a defensive guy that would even potentially fit that mold.
I'm telling you, I think DeMarcus Lawrence is firmly in that conversation. I do.
Do you think so?
I do. Yeah.
You are
again if there's somebody that wins from the defense.
Yeah. I just think it's going to be hard.
Fumble recoveries, like he's been on it. Seattle's created the 6th most turnovers in the NFL just during the regular season. Like this is a defense that will create turnovers. And he always seems to be around the ball. So
he had 6 sacks. I am not worried about DeMarcus Lawrence.
That's okay. Nobody on that team had more than 7. It's a collective unit. Like that's what's made this Seattle defense so interesting is that it's not been like one superstar. Like they've had some really great players. Like Witherspoon's played well on the outside. Nick Emanwari on the back end, steal in the second round. Oh my God, that kid's been good. And then Leonard Williams in the middle, DeMarcus Lawrence. Like they've had contributors, but nobody like stands out on defense the way that JSN stood out on offense, right? Like it's just been one collective unit that has just played really well. Not everything's in the box score, Joe. I'm trying to figure out what you're looking at.
Is he frozen?
I don't know. Maybe he did freeze.
I think he froze up.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right. I guess I'm taking over the show then while he comes back. Here I am just sitting here waiting. Okay.
Now we can get in our Seattle takes.
There you go. All right. While we wait for Joe to come back, let's move into the fun props, right? These, we'll start with the national anthem because it's always the over or under. They usually put it right at 2 minutes. And I feel like the last few years that we've had you on, Mark, it's been an under. So What are you thinking when you're looking at Charlie Puth here singing the national anthem?
I don't know, man. This is a tough one to call. So I think when in doubt, you go under, right? Because the books are going to assume that everybody's going over.
Guys, I'm back. Listen,
so there's got to be value areas. We thought you were just doing the mannequin.
No. I would come up with an excuse, but my cat stepped on the power button to my PC. Like that's really what happened. I was like, did I have a power surge? Like what you said? Did we lose power? I looked down. This fucker's paw is on the power button. Anyways. I'm glad I made it back for the national anthem because this is what we're really here for. This is where the fun stuff comes in.
Yep.
I saw something. Charlie Puth has done a national anthem all on piano, 1 minute and 3 seconds. And here's the fun part is the books start counting on the first note. So the O say, can you see? So if he doesn't technically sing, it's interesting. It's very interesting. So I normally go. I'm taking the under.
I'm taking.
Yeah, I'm in on the under.
I'm very. The under is very interesting. So, will a player or coach cry during the national anthem?
No.
No. Okay.
No, Nick Sirianni's not in the Super Bowl this year. So no.
He's crying for other reasons.
I don't know. Again, like, does it have to be caught on camera? Someone's gonna fucking cry. Like,
yeah, it just depends if they catch it on camera. I feel like,
I think it's got to be on camera, right? So it's one of the.
I would say yes.
I think Vrabel's probably more likely to cry.
I think Diggs cries. Diggs sheds a tear.
You know what? I could see that.
Diggs sheds a tear. I would go yes. First quarterback shown during the anthem: Drake May or Sam Darnold. Drake May is favored. Okay,
Yeah.
Mark goes with May.
Yeah,
I think it'll be Drake May.
I also believe it will be Drake May.
Sam Darnold not even good looking. Like,
he's okay. He's just, he has red hair, and that's just what he was born with.
Yeah,
it's a defect. Any scoring drive shorter than the national anthem?
I think so. Yeah, and 2 reasons.
Rashid
Shaheed.
Yeah,
and Drake May to Kayshon Boutte.
Yeah.
Those types of plays.
And the other thing too
like
is
that.
if it is tight, like heading into the fourth quarter, like I do think it turns into like a laser show, and like these offenses are just going back and forth.
Yeah.
I just think somebody's going to have the ball shortly before the half, and they're going to. So, even if you think
it's a scoring drive, that doesn't necessarily have to be a touchdown.
Yeah, and you can kick a field goal from the other 20-yard line now.
Exactly.
Correct.
Nowadays with these balls.
Correct. All right. Now to the halftime show. Now I want to preface this. This is normally where I shine. I took a list. I took a look at the list of these songs. I didn't know a single fucking one. I'm gonna be
I did not.
With you. I asked our new hire in the Savannah Bananas office, our Puerto Rican broadcaster. Give me some insight here, dude. If you had to tell me a Bad Bunny song being played first, what would it be? And I felt so bad. Obviously, Spanish is his first language. I did not. He spoke it so well. I didn't.
You don't even know what song he said.
I didn't know what he said because he said it so quickly and just so perfectly. And I was just like, okay.
You're like, one more time with subtitles.
Here's the thing. I tried to pick out when I hear people speak Spanish, I can understand some of it. I can't speak it back. So I try and pick out every word, every 3 words or so to be like, okay, I can maybe piece this sentence together. I couldn't. He spoke just so perfectly, and it was so clean. And I'm like, well, that's why you're a broadcaster. 1.
Yeah.
2, this doesn't help me for this specific segment. So I tried doing some research, guys. And for those new to the show, I fucking nailed Rihanna at plus 1,100 for Bitch Better Have My Money after being rudely called out by Ryan saying there's no way they'll let her do that song. I called Usher. And I'm forgetting who was last year's. I did not call Kendrick. I didn't get Kendrick's right. But we got his last song right at TV Off. I know that because that felt pretty easy, honestly. So I did some research here. And I'm literally thinking what would be the best one to pay homage to Puerto Rico to start the show. And I came up with 2. La Mandanza. Again, I'm going to absolutely fucking butcher all of these, which means the move in English. And it takes deeper meanings of cultural migration, political change, and resistance, symbolizing the Puerto Rican journey.
That's plus 600.
So I felt good about that. And then, again, really, really trying to figure this out here. Acho PR, slang for muchacho. So I'm trying to play off these. And Acho PR is plus 2,200, so you should put your money on the plus 2,200. But I do like La Mandanza at plus 600. That's where I'm going. Those are my 2 that I feel pretty good about. Mark and Josh, I don't know your thoughts or how much research you've done on Bad Bunny music.
I'm doing my research right now. Plus 600.
Okay, great, beautiful. Josh?
No, I like it. I like plus 600.
No, it's funny because I love Spanish music. For those that don't know, I am Hispanic. My mother's Cuban. My grandparents, they were born in Cuba.
Mom's a Spanish teacher.
My mom's a Spanish teacher. Never taught me Spanish.
Correct.
Fun fact. So I've heard plenty of Bad Bunny songs, And I'm going to be completely honest with you. So many of them sound so similar to me. I could not pick out one in a lineup at all.
Yeah, he's Morgan Wallen.
They all sound very similar to me. And so I was going through and I'm playing some playlists with some Bad Bunny today. And one that stood out to me was Nueve Yol, which is plus 650. So that's the one I'm going to go with.
Okay. And there you go. So there's your options. Mark's hopping on my train because I'm at 66% success rate since we started really tracking these. Last song. Again, I was thinking, what could be the last song? And this has extremely high odds.
Yeah.
But I was thinking Alambre Pua. I'm not saying these properly at all, but it essentially means barbed wire. I don't know why that just feels symbolic in this current moment for him. So that's my only reasoning, and it's plus 4,000. So it's probably not right. DTMF is the favorite at plus 125.
Did they end on that?
Last song. Yeah.
Last song I think I'll do.
So that's where I went. I Mark's on my train at plus 4,000.
Yeah, I think I'll roll with you. You're hot. Yeah. I got to go with the hot hand.
I'm hot and I'm good at betting. Josh, what do you got?
I'm trying to go through and look at all these names. Plus 1,400. Titi me pregunto. I think that's one off of his newest album that just won Album of the Year, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I could be very wrong on that, but
so yeah, again, we're not. This is not a Bad Bunny show.
Vibes. That's what I keep telling people.
I went vibes, and off of slight research in seeing what these meant in English. So, now what I'm angry about is that Ryan didn't include the Turning Point USA halftime show odds. Like, how do we? What song is Kid Rock going to come out to? Come on,
I'm not going there.
Will they sing "God Bless the USA"? Obviously. Like, I want where's my line on that? I want the line on that one. Total number of songs. This is interesting because I don't know when his song.
This felt really high. Well, I was
if
like,
they all
damn.
sound the same or similar, then that's going to be even hard to figure
out.
They
all have a very similar vibe.
They do, yeah.
Very similar
really
vibe.
Do.
Over under is 11.5. That is high.
That feels really high.
That is very high for Super Bowl halftime performance. From what I can remember in previous years, it sat around 8. So this is high. I'm gonna say under.
I'm gonna say under as well.
You got what, a 12-minute performance, Max? So basically, you're changing songs
every minute,
and that's not including like some transitions and things like that where there's no music happening. So that's high. I'm gonna go under, and the line is split even. It's minus 110 either way. So I'm gonna go under. Mark.
Yeah, I'm going under.
Okay, Josh, you said under. Okay, this is fun. I have a fun one that I think will appear. Celebrity guest to appear on stage. Cardi B has the highest odds. Obviously, people think she's going to be at the game, so why wouldn't she be in the show at minus 250?
It's the same thing last year with Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Yep. J Balvin, minus 160. Minus 125, Jennifer Lopez and Ricky Martin. And then even money is Karol G. Then you start getting into higher. Jaco, Daddy Yankee, Rosalia, Dua Lipa plus 240 is very interesting. The one I have my eye on is Becky G at plus 1,100. I think Becky G is a solid bet to join him on stage. I believe they have a couple songs together. Becky G is massive in Latin pop. I think she's a good bet at plus 1,100. Mark, Josh, anybody?
My first thought went to J Balvin and Daddy Yankee, because again, he wants to highlight Puerto Rico. Daddy Yankee was like the big Puerto Rico reggaeton star, like when reggaeton really started to like pop on the pop culture charts.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that's kind of where I want to lean is Daddy Yankee. But I'll tell you what, after last year's Super Bowl with Drake or with Kendrick, Drake at plus 1200 feels really freaking interesting. They have a song together called Buddha, and that song's a bop. Like, I really like that song. And Drake actually raps it in pretty damn good Spanish. That I feel like would be a really big, like, fuck you to Kendrick. Just to kind of get, back into, like, throw some favor back on his side now. But those would be the two that I would consider. I think if he's trying to put more emphasis on Puerto Rico, I think it's more than likely going to be Daddy Yankee.
That's I like the Drake angle, though. That would be, I mean, huh? You don't like it?
I don't. No, I think he's going to want to keep this show
And
Spanish.
that's why I'd say more towards Daddy Yankee, and I think Karol G is another.
So what's Daddy Yankee? Well. Plus 190?
Plus 190.
Plus 190, yeah.
It just feels too.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, though.
A
lot of the Puerto Ricans that are that he's performed with in the past
are favorites.
They're all the favorites, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If you wanted somebody a little higher. He did make an appearance in Shakira in J-Lo's halftime show, and Shakira's plus 340. So that could be a decent one for the odds.
I do feel like, I wonder if, like, I don't know, they'll want somebody, super popular in it. They kind of like push them in that direction.
And that's the thing. I feel like in the last few years, they haven't.
They just
really haven't been. Yeah, they just kind of do their own thing, right?
I mean, like, it was Kendrick had Serena.
Everyone's watching anyway.
Serena was there, but then he had what was it?
SZA. But that was an obvious. That was going to happen.
And then the last big like cameo one that I remember was the one in LA with the Rams when Dre and Snoop, and then they brought out Eminem and 50.
Yeah.
But that Eminem and 50 wasn't on the official list.
I believe, yeah.
M
was.
M, Dre, Kendrick, and Mary J. Blige were. 50 was a surprise.
Yeah.
But yes, all of those guys were. And Snoop was a surprise too. I think Snoop was in that one too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, like that, those were probably your biggest surprise ones. I'm going Becky G. If you can do it, I like Becky G a lot for the Latin angle. And she's very high odds. So Bad Bunny halftime show, total global viewers.
Whatever it is, smashed you over. This concert over, record numbers.
135.5 million.
They know what they're doing. Over.
I will take the over.
Over. You can't go high enough, in my opinion.
Bad Bunny is the second most streamed artist in the world behind Taylor Swift.
Oh, shit.
He's pretty popular.
Yeah.
He's pretty popular.
This might be my favorite one.
Yeah, minus 110. Like that's a good couple units on the over 135.5 million. 100%.
Well, I'm trying to remember what they announced last year's halftime show at, because I know it was higher than the overall viewers of the actual ratings of the Super Bowl last year.
Yes, that is true. I'm looking it up right now. Viewership to see what it is. 133.5 million.
And that's Kendrick. Like, that's not like a global.
Right.
So that surpassed the previous record held by Usher at 123.
I would not be shocked if this Bad Bunny halftime show clears 160 million. Would not be shocked at all.
Yeah. So Kendrick jumped it 10 million in 1 year. And that's Kendrick Lamar, who is primarily heavily popular in America.
Yep.
Bad Bunny is primarily heavily popular
across the world.
Yep.
Over.
Easy. Will Bad Bunny wear a dress? I think yes.
I was gonna say he's already come out and said, or somebody's already come out and said
he's known for doing that. Like, yes, that's yes. Now the really fun stuff, guys. Now the stupid stuff you can never bet on anywhere else. Here we go. Our favorite. What will the color of the Gatorade bath be? Mark.
Man, I feel like yellow lime is too easy, but it's still plus 260.
It's
like if it's Seattle, I feel like it's going to be yellow lime.
I feel like either way, I think it's yellow lime.
Yeah.
I think
but it feels too easy.
Well, I would either go yellow lime or blue.
Those were the two that I was thinking as well.
Yeah. And they're both plus 260.
Yeah.
So split a unit on both of them. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to make too much now. You're chopping the odds in half. But
I think the only way.
Bet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of partial to purple, but I don't think anybody's used purple in a hot minute.
Riptide Rush is the second best Gatorade flavor behind Glacier Freeze. It's not even, if you have not had Riptide Rush, I'm a Body Armor guy now, not just because I'm a Savannah Banana and they're a sponsor. I've been a Body Armor guy for a while. I just like it better. If you handed me I love Body Armor. I have a 24 pack in my fridge right now. If you gave me a purple Riptide Rush, I would down that instantly. It is so good. Love purple Riptide Rush. Okay, so yeah, well, I would say we're all on the yellow, lime, green, or blue train. So pick your favorite out of there. Which Bay Area landmark will be shown first? The Golden Gate Bridge or Alcatraz? The Golden Gate is minus 500. Alcatraz plus 300. Mark.
Yeah, minus 500 for a reason. It's got to be the bridge.
Yeah, I think it's the bridge too.
I love how the Bay Bridge doesn't even get any love in here. Literally has the name San Francisco in it.
Yeah.
San Francisco Bay Bridge. It wasn't going to get shown first, but I just love that there's just absolutely no love given to it.
Absolutely no.
Sure, Golden Gate. I want to say Alcatraz so badly, but I don't think it'll be shown first. No. This is awesome. Will the electrical substation near the stadium be mentioned?
Yes. They've already been talking about it during media week, by the way.
Yes, plus 300. No, minus 500.
That's crazy that it's the odds are that high on.
You think they will mention it?
Yes,
I think they will. Yeah.
If somebody gets injured, yes.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
100%.
If
well, like I said, they've been talking about it during
an
media
ACL like first drive, and they're like, "Oh, the electrical," because it's almost like they're indicting themselves. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I believe.
They did spend a lot of money to have the Super Bowl here, right?
And everything that I've heard is that everything is so incredibly far away. I would not be surprised if San Francisco doesn't have one ever again or in the very near future.
So here's, as somebody who listens to Patriot Sports Radio all the time, and of course, they had been to a lot of Super Bowls, so they know what Radio Row setup is. For those that don't know what Radio Row is, just a bunch of media people come in, specifically the home and away team, but there's a bunch of people on Radio Row. All of that stuff happens in San Francisco. If you are not familiar with where the stadium is, Santa Clara, which I believe is the furthest stadium away from its official metro name. So the metro name is San Francisco. I believe the stadium is the furthest away of any NFL stadium. Again, New England is generic, so you can't really say Foxborough to Massachusetts, Foxborough to Boston, excuse me. So Santa Clara is the furthest away. People have said that bad things about San Francisco and Miami because everything is in Miami, but the stadium is in Miami Gardens, which is very far away from downtown Miami. So Miami will always get it because it's fucking Miami.
Yep.
But there's no incentive to go back to San Francisco.
So you don't
Yeah.
Santa Clara, San Jose is a closer airport than San Francisco, by the way, to the stadium.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
For those that don't know, Women of Fantasy Football, we have a team at Super Bowl Media Week, and even Kelly has been saying everything is so far away. Like they're literally taking cable cars to and from
places. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Tell them to take a Waymo. If you don't know what a Waymo is, it's the driverless Ubers.
Isn't that the automated?
Yeah. Oh, we were in San Francisco. We saw a car drive by. Nobody was in the driver's seat. We're like, I'm sorry, what the fuck is that? Got real confused. Anyways, Waymo. Which highlight will be shown first? The goal line interception from the 2015 Super Bowl or a Mike Vrabel Super Bowl touchdown catch? Both are minus 120. I think it's the interception.
I think it's the interception as well, yeah.
I think it's the interception. I'm going to jump this one to go to the next one because will a Patriots linebacker catch a pass? That's when they'll show the touchdown. But if you don't know, we have not had a linebacker in any offensive package this entire season.
I was about to ask that question. If that's even like, has anyone even had a target? Because I like, unless it's like super close.
Yeah, no.
And they're like the same way that Shanahan pulled out that trick play against Philly in the wild card round. That's the only way that I see something like this even getting dialed up. So is if they're just trying to catch them by surprise, because again, they haven't done it at all this season.
So here's where I'll say this is not going to happen. Kyrus Tong is the guy that comes in the defensive tackle, runs at fullback, and is just an absolute bowling ball, but he's never gone out for a pass. Why this is even a question is because Vrabel obviously caught a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl, but he was in offensive packages that whole season. Like it was for the most recent, for people that are more, younger, J.J. Watt was in offensive packages for the Houston Texans lining up at tight end. Well, he lined up at tight end because J.J. Watt had some experience in the offensive side of the football. Mike Vrabel lined up at tight end because, you guessed it, he had experience on the offensive side of the football. Not in the professional standpoint, but he played in the offensive side of the ball. I don't think we have a linebacker that's done that. So do not bet on this. No is minus 2,000. Don't bet on it. Bad bet.
For a reason.
Well, you should bet on, will Sam Darnold seeing ghosts be mentioned?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that came against New England, of course.
If he throws a single interception or even a bad pass that wasn't in there, all Chris Collinsworth has to say, oh, he might be seeing ghosts again. You're telling me Chris Collinsworth ain't going to slide that one out?
Of course he will.
It's going to be part of the story.
100%.
So,
100%.
Of course they're going to say it.
If he's having a good game, they're going to be like, he's come from seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
That's 100% going to be it. Will the Seahawks attempt to pass from the opponent's 1 yard line? I don't know why.
This bet.
Hold on. I don't know why yes is plus 550. Attempt to pass? Yeah. A lot of NFL teams attempt a pass from the 1 yard line.
I can't remember who it was, but somebody actually asked Darnold this during media week. I don't know if it was today, yesterday. But they asked him, like, if 30 seconds to go, you're at the 1 yard line, you throw it or you run it.
Yeah.
And he went through and actually broke down like different scenarios on why they would pass and versus why they would run. And he's like, push comes to shove, I'm a quarterback, I would throw it. That was the final answer side of it.
And it's also plus 1,100 if you think it is a touchdown.
There you go. If you like that AJ Barner touchdown,
parlay it. I'm at least putting money on the yes.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you believe in the Patriots interior the way you do. Because that's 100%. Just less chance they're going to run.
Yep.
100%. If Charbonnet was in this game, I would be less confident. I'd be less confident. But he's not.
The touchdown vulture.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have their bruiser right now. So on to the commercials. Which Anheuser-Busch commercial will air first? Bud Light is favored at minus 175. Then it's Mick Ultra and Budweiser plus 275. And then Mick Pure Gold at plus 400. Mark.
Man, I feel like it's Bud Light, but I'm not laying minus 175. Not at those odds.
No.
Well,
you can also say you would. It's Bud Light, but you don't like it, and just leave it.
Yeah, I'll go with Ultra.
Okay.
I feel like Budweiser has had a few early ones the last couple of Super Bowls.
They had a fourth quarter one last year.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. I was going to say Mick Ultra.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of where I was leaning first.
Yes.
I was going to go Mick Ultra. It's going to hit everybody.
Low calories, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I think it's first. Which automobile brand will air a commercial first? Hyundai is the favorite at plus 175. Then you have Kia and Porsche at plus 300. Audi at 350, Toyota at 400. Mark.
Give me Audi.
Yeah, I was thinking Audi as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luxury German brand?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
None of these are American brands, so.
Yes, but Hyundai and Kia and Toyota are affordable for the average American.
Well, yeah.
That's I would be shocked if it's Audi, personally. I like Toyota.
I think you might be
'Cause-
shocked a lot.
Here's another thing. Toyota is a sponsor of the Olympics on
Olympics are
NBC,
coming up. Yep. Okay.
and the opening ceremonies are on
that's
Friday.
A narrative.
So I like Toyota.
But it's first. So do they roll with that if they want to push the Olympics? They get
Oh
it
my
out.
God,
They
you're
roll it
gonna
early.
see so much fucking Olympic shit on Sunday. Not to say a bad thing, but like you're gonna see so much of it. So yes, I think Toyota's first because they're an Olympic partner. So
Okay.
yes,
It's fair.
yeah. Which food brand commercial will air first? Doritos a plus 125, who I believe won this last year. Snickers a plus 150. Cheetos a plus 300. And avocados from Mexico, which I all know we picked last year because they're notorious for having early Super Bowl commercials.
I was going to say, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago when I first saw avocados from Mexico. I'm like, that's a brand. And they had the first one.
Yes. No, like they notoriously were one of the first ones. And it was not last year. I believe they were a second half commercial. And that's why they're plus 500 this year. So, Mark, who are you going with?
I do want to go with avocados from Mexico.
Oh, I'm going avocados from Mexico.
I really do.
They're due. They're due.
It's just good value, 5-1.
They're due. They're due. Simply put, they're due.
Bring them back.
Avocados from Mexico. Send it. Number of commercials to feature a dog. The line is 6.5, favored over 6. Under favored 6.5. Pause. Over. I think we hit.
Said pause. That's why I'm laughing.
Oh, funny. I think we hit 6 in the first half last year.
Yeah.
Like this was an easy over. That's why I'm shocked the under is.
Dogs
favored.
are insanely popular now.
Yeah. The Budweiser commercial is going to have one. The Budweiser commercial is going to have one instantly.
Yep.
So I feel like the Uber commercial is going to have one probably. I don't know. All right.
The more dogs, the better.
Well, Mark, let me tell you, speaking of dogs.
We've come to the fun part of the show, folks.
Guys, if you weren't ready for this, this is the best part. The Puppy Bowl. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, Joe, the Super Bowl is the biggest game happening on Sunday. No. The biggest game happening on Sunday is the Puppy Bowl over on the Discovery Channel. All right. If you want to see Team Rough go up against Team Fluff, you better tune in for this shit. Now, Mark, I believe you're a notorious Team Rough fan, and they are favored.
Team Rough for life.
Yeah, they are favored at minus 130 this year, and Team Fluff is minus 110. So, Josh, who are you going with?
I'll side with Mark. Team Rough.
I think they need revenge. Didn't Team Fluff win last year? Or no?
Team Fluff did win last year. Yes, they did.
Big revenge spot.
Yeah, so I think they stacked the odds. I'm going to go Team Rough as well. The over-under in the Puppy Bowl is 165.5. Over-under. It's minus 120 either way. Over.
Always take the over.
Always take the over.
They've been waiting all year for this.
When you know absolutely nothing about the game, take the over every single time. When you know absolutely nothing about the game.
Makes it more fun.
Puppy Bowl MVP. Will it be a male or a female? Female favorite at minus 200.
Today is National
Girls and Women in Sports Day.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. Too bad it's not on Sunday.
Yeah, I know. But because we're airing this today, I'm taking female.
Yeah, I'll go female.
Yeah, there's a couple good female names in here. We're going to go through all of these. We're going to go through the teams so we can introduce you to the teams here. All right? Ready? This is some Key and Peele East-West Bowl type shit here. Okay? You ready for this? Puppy Bowl MVP. No odds. I want to hear who you think is going to be the MVP. I'm going to go through all the names. I want you to clock which ones you think. Team Fluff, the defending champions. Team Fluff. Bonito is a Siberian Husky Chihuahua mix. Named after the halftime performer Bad Bunny. Showgirl is a Chow Chow Rottweiler mix from the Kentucky Humane Society. Chapel Bone is a Pembroke Welsh Corgi from the Florida Little Dog Rescue. Cheesecake is a Shih Tzu miniature Schnauzer mix from the Humane Society of Missouri. Winona, the miniature American Shepherd Shih Tzu mix, is special needs. She's 3-legged. Aww. Fudge, like I said, Key and Peele skit. If you know, you know. Fudge. Pomeranian Chihuahua mix. SPCA LA. Josh Howland. Beagle Pitbull mix from Buddy's Second Chance Rescue. Rhett, a Basset Hound from Homeward Bound. Cinnamon is breed TBD. We don't know who Cinnamon is. Helping Hounds Dog Rescue. Boba from the Humane Society of Missouri. Grasshopper, special needs. He's diabetic. And then Tegan, special needs, has a wheelchair. So imagine, guys, we're rooting against a wheelchair. That's tough. Team Rough, here we go. Oh, don't worry. They have some special needs as well. Don't worry. They're in there. Lobster Roll is a Bulldog Border Collie mix from the Animal Rescue League of Greater Portland. Brûlé, Boston Terrier French Bulldog mix. Special needs. He's deaf, so he's not going to hear the whistle, which we love. We love as competitors. Miss Coco is an Amstaff Chow Chow mix traveling all the way from the British Virgin Islands. Rue Paw, Boston Terrier from Bosley's Place. Carrie Pawshaw. These are awesome. Elk Hound American Eskimo mix from Pittsburgh. Litchi, French Bulldog Terrier mix. Special needs, missing an ear. Button from Nickel City Canine Rescue. Oscar's a toy poodle. Oscar's tiny, guys, but he's feisty. He's on Team Rough. Phoenix Animal Rescue. Boopsy. Foxy is deaf. Miso is an Australian cattle dog beagle mix. He's going to round up Team Fluff. And then last but not least, Eleanor, special needs, deaf and vision impaired. What a lady. Who's your MVP, Mark?
This is a tough one. It really is. I mean, I might go Miss Coco.
Miss Coco. Okay, the Amstel Chow Chow mix traveling all the way from British Virgin Islands. Josh, who you got? Because we think Team Rough's going to win, so we got to pick Team Rough.
Is going to win, so I feel like we've got to pick from this one. Honestly, my first thought was
we said
Chappelle
female,
Bone,
right?
But I think I'm going Carrie Pawshaw.
Carrie Pawshaw. Okay, the Elk Hound American Eskimo mix from Paws across Pittsburgh. I am going to go with Eleanor. Give me the deaf and vision. Give me Helen Keller as the MVP. Deaf and vision impaired.
What a great story.
I'm ready. I'm ready for Eleanor to. We talk about what does the MVP want, Mark? They want good.
They want a great story.
They want a great story. And
this is one.
This is one. Eleanor, special needs, deaf and vision impaired. Wherever you can find those odds, find them because that's what it is. Now, for those that don't know why we do talk about this Puppy Bowl, one, because it's hilarious that you can bet on this. But two, all of these dogs are up for adoption and will be adopted by the end of the Puppy Bowl. And even more funny, there are kitten cheerleaders that are also up for adoption during this. And yes, if you're asking yourself, they do put the kittens in cheer outfits. It is hilariously adorable. So it's a very fun thing the Discovery Channel puts on. So I love that. And the whole reason we do this show, the final bet before we get into the celebrity girlfriend bets here that are just pluses to the show. We call this the unnecessary roughness bet. And it is and I'm not going to read it how Ryan puts it. I'm going to put it way more crass. Will a puppy, not successfully, will they attempt to fuck? Just attempt. We don't need success. We just need an attempted humping. Yes is plus 450. No is minus 700. Mark, where are you going?
It's always yes.
Always yes.
We always hammer yes in the name of love.
Listen, everyone's horny. It just depends on if we act on it. And I think, let me tell you, I think Fudge is going to act on it. All right. Also, my boy Oscar, toy poodle, he's got a size complex. He's definitely he's gonna act up. Let me tell you, he's gonna act up. It's not about this. It's not about the size of the champion. It's the heart of the warrior. Okay. And I think Oscar's gonna show up big time there. No, and nobody.
I'm going yes too. Come on.
You're damn right. You're damn right. Everybody's going yes. Everybody's going yes. Scott says, "Where's the Me So Horny song in the background?" That's copyright issue. But I'll sing it for you on another day.
Miso on Team Rough.
Yeah. Oh,
there you go.
I'm ready. Okay. And then there's no Taylor Swift bets this year. Of course, no Travis Kelce, but we do have some Cardi B bets in the chat here. Will Cardi B wear a Stephon Diggs jersey? No, yeah, I don't think she will.
No.
I don't either.
Most of like a jersey kind of girl.
Yeah, the Wags don't. The Patriots Wags do not wear jerseys of their significant others. Fun facts. They drip out in other stuff. They stay dripped, but not in jerseys. Will Stephon Diggs propose to Cardi B post Super Bowl? Easiest no I've ever seen in my life.
No.
Yeah. No.
That man has 4 children this year alone. I don't think he's the marriage type.
They might not even win.
There's that.
They have to win, right? Even if it was a thing, they have to win first.
They definitely yes, they have to win first.
I mean, I assume he would not be in the mood to do that if they lost.
No, he'll be in the mood to do something else. I'll tell you that. How many times will Cardi B appear on the broadcast? The line is set at 1.5.
Oh, over.
Really? I think under.
So. Yeah, I think it's probably just going to be once.
She's never really been shown on the broadcast in general.
I don't remember really
for
seeing
Patriots
her much,
games.
Honestly.
Yeah, she was shown once with Robert Kraft in his suite, and that was it. One game. So I'm going to go under. The only way this happens is if she's in Kraft's suite and we get a glimpse of her when they cut to Kraft, and then again when they score and cut to Kraft and she's there. I think that's the only way this hits the over. And Mark, there's a chance that does happen.
Yeah.
So, but it all depends
on
the
over. I'm doing all over Super Bowl. Can't lose. Except the what was the one under we took that was like way easy under?
Anthem.
Yeah, we all took the under on the Anthem. That was the one we took the under on. And I'm looking through the other ones. I know there might have been another under that we took, but no, the under on the Anthem was, I think, the one. And I know somebody dropped in there. It could be an extended version, like Charlie Puth. I didn't know he was.
The number of songs too. The 11.
Yeah, the number of songs was the other one. Yes, under 11.5. Somebody did mention like Charlie Puth could do like an extended version. That is also a slight worry of mine because that man has some insane vocals. But he's also, like, from what I can know and like remember, he's pretty quick with his performances. He doesn't tend to drag it out. So I think
this is what I'll share. And I always wear this on our show from Shark Bets. Jen Piacenti is 6-0 picking over-unders on the National Anthem the last 6 years. And she's taking the under. Just throwing that out there. So.
Then I will take the under.
Yep.
She's due to lose.
She's due. I mean, that's true. She is due.
If there's anybody that knows vocals, it's Jen Piacenti. So
we may or may not have had the inside track on the Chiefs 49ers first Super Bowl in 2020 in Miami due to a cameraman relaying certain information to us that he was in the stadium. And
remember that? Yeah, they put it on TikTok, right, or whatever. Was that the
one?
No.
So listen, it's past statute of limitations. It's been 6 years. He texted my dad and said, hit the under, because he was in there when Demi was like obviously practicing and performing.
Oh.
He's like, she hit like perfectly 1:51 seconds every single time. And she did it like 6 straight times. And
that's good stuff.
On Super Bowl Sunday, it was 1:51 seconds.
Perfect.
On point. That's it. This is the number one bet my dad cares about. Granted, do we want the Patriots to win? Of course. What is most important to him is the over-under on the National Anthem. That is the first text I will get. He will say, boom, and I'll just know it was the over or the under. So, yeah, we love that little bet. And we love all these bets. These are all so stupid that we all just get to spend money on and maybe get a little fun thing. I will throw out my if anybody has any bets they would like to throw out that we have not mentioned, please do. And I'm mostly looking at Mark here, but I will throw out my little bet that I put in for an anytime touchdown bet, plus a couple of other things in here. So I have, for my anytime touchdown, I have Drake May. I think he runs one in. Rashid Shaheed. We've already talked at lengths. I don't know why Austin Hooper feels sexy. I'm feeling a little Austin Hooper action. Then I have Sam Darnold over 0.5 passing interception and Trevion Henderson under 5.5 rushing attempts.
Yeah,
that one could bite me in the ass, because if he does rip off a couple big ones, that might scare me. But he has seen literally no time on the field. 0.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think he's kind of like a liability. I mean, I like Ramondre props. I think over rushing yards, works there. I just think that they can't really, like, in this type of game against this type of defense, you can't really have a pass blocking liability out there. But, you know, and maybe they get creative and find other ways to use them and get them both on the field at the same time. But I don't
think it's going to be rushing. If anything, it'll be like passing.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. I think so too.
Feel safe there. And that was $5 to win 729. So
nice.
Obviously, it's locked in, guys. We're making that money. I did go 4 for 4 in the Tampa Bay Super Bowl when they won, and I won like $135 on $30 bets. So I nailed that one. I feel much less confident in this one, but we're here for it, and we'll see if we take home some money. Guys, this is great. I always love this show. Mark, thanks for joining us every year.
Oh, of course, man.
Doing this dumb shit. Yeah,
it's fun.
Talking about dogs fucking. Like, say, hey, Mark, you want to come back and talk about the Puppy Bowl again?
Ryan's upset that he had to miss this one, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't see him. He's always got a good
one. Donovan had a recital tonight, so
the child had a recital, and he had to be there. Oh my God, kids, am I right? Just ruin everything. No, I hope you did well, Donovan. That feels. I'm happy for you, even though you stole Ryan from his number one priority, which is obviously this show he gets, he does for free. So that's we all do it for free. One day we're gonna make money. We're gonna make.
We just do it for the vibes.
Yeah, vibes. That vibes guy.
Baby.
Vibes guy. Well, this is fantastic, Mark. Before we get out of here, where can everybody find you in your work?
Yeah, you can find me over at Matthew Berry Fantasy Life. Things kind of now the season's over. Good things are kind of tuning down, but we'll be ramping back up. They got a lot of great content out there, so check out the website for Super Bowl week. Kendall and the gang's been out in San Francisco. A lot of great interviews and stuff. So make sure you check out all the content at Matthew Berry Fantasy Life. And this summer I'll probably just be laying low, man. But looking forward to it, and then catching up with all the fun stuff before the NFL draft. So that'll be the next thing on the docket. It looks like we know what the Raiders are going to do already, but I'll be interested to see what, Howie has in store for my Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a really interesting offseason for Philly.
Yeah,
it will. All the changes, bringing in a new OC that's never called plays, losing our famed offensive line coach today.
Well, I was good with everything until today. The Stoutland stuff kind of worries me, but I think that they were kind of talking about that, how they stripped him of the run game coordinator stuff, because he was O-line coach and run game coordinator last year, and they stripped him. And I think that probably he was not going to get allowed a voice as he wanted. I mean, I didn't hear any details about it yet, but I'd assume it's a power thing. He wanted more voice, and
what it is.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see, but
y'all have.
I still feel pretty good.
You'll have fun worrying about your offensive line coach. I have something bigger to worry about on Sunday. So.
That's right. You do. And I was there, man. And listen, best of luck and enjoy it, man. Because there's nothing I like better than a good parade. So
I'm not going to enjoy it. Let me tell you, I am going to. To set the scene, we have our Savannah Bananas Banana Land at Sea cruise. We are driving down to Tampa on Sunday morning.
Oh, wow.
So I'll be on the bus. They're leaving early so we can get there in time. I have multiple options where we're going to go for the Super Bowl. I need to be strategic with this because I need to know who I can be around and act like a fucking fool and a crazy person. Because I can't. It's going to be around coworkers. I need to know I'm safe around certain coworkers.
Joe, I'm not far from Tampa. I'm just saying.
I need to make sure.
Yeah,
I might be hitting up Miller's Ale House with one of our broadcasters. So find me at one of those in the Tampa area, most likely. But when I tell you, I was standing up on that 3rd and 7, screaming naked bootleg, thinking that's not going to happen. There's no way, and it happened. I just start running around my apartment for no reason. Because I need to be able to do that. That's the crazy part. So yeah. So I need to find people that are going to be okay with that. Twin Peaks filed for bankruptcy, so I can't go there, which kind of stinks.
They're mostly keeping all of their stores open though.
Listen, I that might sound like a joke to people listening. Twin Peaks has unbelievable food. They have very good food.
It is a good atmosphere.
Yeah, great atmosphere. I don't drink, but apparently everything's cold, and so you'll find me. You're gonna find me somewhere in the Tampa area doing something. If you see me, don't approach me. I will I may. Let me tell you, I'm nice. Okay, I'm nice, but I'm gonna be talking just to myself out loud about every little thing. Like, I'm not gonna focus on the good things. I'm gonna talk about the things that went wrong. Someone's gonna miss the slightest block and be like, "Cut him."
If you're gonna approach him, don't do it on third down. Make sure it's first or second down.
Do it like a minute into like the commercial break, okay? Because then it's like some time to chill. I maybe had a couple bites of food.
But do you chill during the commercials? Or do
I mean,
you just rehash everything that happened the last
Here's the thing. I like watching the game at home, like by myself or with my dad, so I can watch the commercials and like get the whole experience. I don't want to go to a bar.
Right.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, they're unnecessarily packed, and it's honestly just
it's not
a fun experience in my opinion.
I don't know who my roommate is for the hotel. There's a real chance I stay in the hotel, order food in, and just watch it from the hotel room. There's a legitimate chance of that. And I will be the happiest boy on earth until kickoff when I start yelling at the television. Like, God, someone's going to piss me off immediately. They're going to kick the ball to Rashid Shaheed. He's going to receive it, and I'm going to be angry that our choice was to kick to Rashid Shaheed. Like that, it's going to be that simple. Like, why?
Even if he gets tackled at the 20-yard line,
right?
Regardless, still going to be, what the fuck were you doing, people?
Yeah, we got the conversion barely on 4th and 1 on the tush push that we just have never fucking run with Milton Williams in the game. And I'm yelling at them like, why are we doing this? We could just kick the field goal. We got it, and I still said, fuck you, Josh McDaniels. I still hated it. Like, I still hated every second of that call. Anyway, Sean Payton's more of a ding-dong than he is, and I can't believe I haven't had the chance to talk about that, but that's all we got, folks. Anyways, like Mark said, Matthew Berry fantasy life dying down. You know who doesn't die down, Josh? These guys. Mark's going to take a nice little fluffy vacation. I'm technically taking a vacation, but it's work. I'm on a cruise ship next week, so I won't be here. Josh and Ryan will be back to recap the Super Bowl. And then we, of course, go into our Stars of Tomorrow series, which then leads us into our free agency preview.
No, free agency previews first.
Psych.
Stars of Tomorrow.
Yes, correct. Yeah, because free agency comes up first. Free agency preview. Then we break down each position for the free agents, quarterbacks through tight ends. Stars of Tomorrow leading up to the draft, and then we are right back into it, folks. Into the thick of things. So
some fun stuff planned for like the Dynasty Stars of Tomorrow side of stuff.
I don't even know what that is
behind the scenes. So
I'm here. I show up, talking to a microphone, read the show sheet 20 minutes before going on, and that's my job here, guys. Also, really upset nobody paid attention to my little lower third that I have. I really need more people to pay attention to the stuff that I type in there.
I saw it.
Okay.
Whatever.
Fuck you, Eagles fans. I need more. God. Malcolm Butler, for those that don't know, coitus is another term for sex. So, that's why it's funny. Anyways, fuck both you guys. Why do I have Eagles fans on this show? Damn it. You guys suck. Anyways, Mark, thanks for coming on. We'll see you next year.
Thanks for having me, brother. Best of luck, man.
Oh, I'm not ready for it. I'm not excited.
You'll be ready.
No, I'm not.
You'll be ready.
I'm wearing my fit that we've only lost one game in this whole season. And if
there's your problem. You got to wear the one you haven't lost in yet.
Wait, you don't get a new Super Bowl fit?
No. Mark, I've been wearing the same thing. We've only lost a single game with me wearing this fit, and it was that fucking dumbass Buffalo loss. We just stopped running the ball. Classic Kyle Shanahan move.
Kyle Shanahan catching strays all over the show.
Kyle Shanahan will forever. Kyle Shanahan could be in his grave and he will catch a stray on this show. Like, that's not. There's no doubt about that. He will forever catch a stray. Adam Gase catches strays every quarter for some reason. Yeah, shout out for Mark, Ryan, Josh, and myself. You can follow Club Fantasy on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Club Fantasy FFL. The URL clubfantasyffl.com. Always remember, defense wins championships. Offense wins fantasy football. We will see you